So here we are for round 2 of the P0 season. And after our win last time round, we are of course leading the championship. And so as we get to the end of quali in Saudi, really struggling in quali pace. And although I'm up here, I don't think it's going to do anything. No, it really isn't. So it's highly unlikely we'll have our championship lead by the end of this race, unless something quite extraordinary happens. We're down in 9th, on the same row as our teammates who had a good quali. Return of defending champion Rob Bills, of course, this week as well. And so here we go then. 3, 2 and 1. Lights out, away we go. We bogged down slightly, and as we put the power down, we get a snap of oversteer. And so that's rust right down to the back. Try and keep it clean through here. All sorts going on. There's a McLaren in the wall. Oh my, there's an Alfa Romeo in the wall as well. Debris everywhere. We're going to lose a place to the Aston Martin as well now. There's another McLaren. So both McLarens in the walls early on. The Papaya boy struggling. And we're also struggling in the Alpine. That is not the start we wanted at all. We've picked the hard compound tyres to start on, which means we're going to go for a longer first stint. But we've got the 2 boys from Woking behind, and they showed lots more pace than we did in quali, as we're struggling on these hards early doors, struggling to get the front end to bite. There goes one McLaren, there goes the other.
Alright, not the start we were looking for, but it's not over yet. Stay focused.
So just a complete lack of pace and a lack of confidence as well, I think. There's someone on the wall there. That was an AlphaTauri. Rob Bills had to get out of the way, so we'll take that position back. I don't think we'll keep him behind for too long though. As there's even more drama in front of us. Gentech's getting past Niari. It's Niari boxes. And there goes Rob Bills, will defend the inside. But I think he's going to go right around the outside of us. He is indeed. So we're down to 13th on lap 2. This is not what we wanted whatsoever. And the 2 McLarens ahead of me are much faster than I am, but hopefully my plan will be to stay within their DRS if possible and get pulled along as they make their way back up the grid. That's easier said than done.
Yellow flag. Green flag.
Need to be careful of EOJ behind as well. He's on the medium tyre, so he's on the quicker compound. But this definitely isn't the start that we wanted. It's a... And so DRS is now enabled. As the pack is bunched up here now slightly. We need to make sure, and Chubby Slug, who was leading, the man on pole, is pitted possibly with damage, and it's currently a Red Bull 1-2 out in front, and that's slightly wide. We get away without a warning. There's a yellow flag somewhere, that's quickly turned green. I'm not sure what's happened. I think OTL Raspberry had an off somewhere. there's another yellow. What's happened? Oh, there's our teammate in the wall. So this custom built street truck, if there is such a thing, claiming quite a few victims early doors. We're back in the top 10 now. Staying here will be something else though. I can see McLaren boys hunting in a pack, and they're hunting down the Aston Martin of Pedro now. Like a pack of papaya wolves. And I think that, yep, oh, not quite.
Pulling out a second a lap of the car behind. Really good
So
stuff.
can we get past Pedro now? There's the McLaren boys battle. Pedro's not been close enough to go on the inside of Rob there. Our teammate is in the pits. We saw his stricken car a lap earlier. And that's not going to help matters. So we're in Pedro's DRS now. And it'd probably be quite wise to make a move. So McLaren are definitely in behind, but I just don't seem to have the front end grip. So setup may have felt good in time trial during the week. The whole 3 laps of time trial that I bothered doing this week. It certainly doesn't feel good in the race. Oh, it's probably my own fault for not practicing as much as I know I usually would. Pedro is holding us up slightly here. EOJ and the Alpha Tower behind us is caught up now, is in within DRS range. Now we're close enough to make a move into the hairpin. No DRS on here, unlike last year of course, they've actually moved it to the correct. We'll get it, oh, we've gone far too wide. We will be able to cut back though. As Pedro gets a wobble. And we've got to get off the throttle and onto the brake. Otherwise we're looking at an aeroplane crash at those speeds. And I've got no confidence to take that curb like others do. Pedro has another sideways moment, and this should be ours now. He'll make us go the long way round. Now look at the time we lost to the McLaren boys, 4.5 seconds then. Question is, will Pedro now come back at us? So Michelando and Rob posting fastest laps, that means the hards may be the better tyre currently.
Ahead is 4.1 seconds.
There's a yellow flag. Rob Wills is round again. So that is now P8. Looks as though the McLaren boys had some contact. Jenson Button and Lewis Hamilton style. And the championship winner from last season on his grand return back to P0 is having an absolute stinker of a race here. It's, oh! A lot of oversteer, put the power on far too early. Trying to break this DRS to Pedro behind. But not like that. But I think he had a poor corner there as well, so I think we're going to be okay. As we go on to lap 9 now. Pedro's still following. There's a yellow flag in front. What's happened here?
Yellow flag.
Oh, Jantech's got a puncture.
Okay,
So he's run over some debris. And we're in the top 7 here. So he must have run over some debris to get a puncture, unless he's just brushed the wall. And as the light fades here in Saudi Arabia, I think McLaren's hope for a decent result's fading as well at this rate. We are catching Jock on these hard. The hard compound's probably the quicker tyre now, so we are catching Jock here as we begin lap 10. And you can see on the mini-map JN Texas McLaren still slowly going round. And up front, this is a Red Bull masterclass at the moment. Two brothers in the Red Bulls,
5.1 seconds.
leading quite comfortably by the looks of that mini-map. There's our teammate Pitts. Matty, second place in the championship after last week. Currently in third is... Oh, there's another yellow flag, and who's the victim this time? That's a slow moving Ferrari. And so that's now P6. So despite being rather slow all race, there's another yellow flag now. Despite being pretty slow all race, we're keeping out of the wall and we're picking up the pieces from everyone else now. We saw Michelando post a fastest lap earlier, so we know he's got pace. Probably more than we have. But I'm wondering what state his car is and what state his tyres are after that as he pits. And as we go to lap 14, we've managed to get P3 out of all this from the medium runners all boxing. We're going to box now for our one and only planned stop. Will we jump Spacey and Jock? That is the question here.
Job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop.
We've gone for the overcut to see if we could do it.
Look after these tyres now.
And there goes Jock.
Race on this compound.
So where's Spacey? We've jumped Spacey. So our P6 will become P5 once Pedro pits. Oh, but there's Jock slicing backwards, and that's now become P4.
Green flag.
And as I said earlier, all I've had to do today is just keep it out of the wall, and we'll be, once Pedro pits, we'll be right behind Matty, and I believe if me and Matty was to finish third and fourth, I would lead the championship by 1 point after 2 races, which doesn't sound great, but it does considering the first 3 laps I had at this track. The team have also registered Matty is under investigation from an incident which occurred early in the race, but regardless of a time penalty, I'm not anywhere near him. He's 17 seconds up the road. One person I will have to watch out for is Michelando, as Rob his tyres, and that's going to be a full safety car. And this just made things very interesting. My mediums are pretty new, they will go to the end. Is it worth going for track position here. Is it worth trying? I may jump Theon, I may jump Matty. And I don't know what those cars behind me are going to be. I may lose position to them as well if I pit now. So we're going to carry on. Michelando pits behind us for soft as well. And we've come out ahead of Matty at this rate. So we're in P3. We've got that 3-second penalty. But I don't know how many warnings are in here or on. As the safety car decides it's coming in very, very late here. I don't think I've ever seen that late. This will be the 2 Red Bull boys. So I'm probably vulnerable here to Matty. However, Pedro, probably the person I'm racing. Ooh, just had to correct myself there. I thought I was going to plant it in the wall on the inside. Will we see a battle? Will there be a multi-21 moment in front of us? We see our run wides there. And so it's beneficial being where we are at the moment. As you can see, JN here unlapping himself. And I think that sums it up in one corner. The McLaren's race has all the pace in the world. Or a lap down. That just sums up their horror show today for the boys in Woking. So they're going to try and defend that. For a more I might from Matty, maybe forced him a mistake. It's probably Pedro we need to be more wary of, who hasn't got a time penalty at this point. Actually, scratch that Michelando as well. He's at pace all weekend here at Jeddah. If Matty's going to look at the inside, we're going to brake slightly there, we're going to shut all that off. We're going to have to defend like a lion here in the Alpine. We're mostly defending, I think, to keep P4 rather than P3 at this point. Unless we saw Theon go wide, he obviously picked up another warning then. Could he pick up yet another warning? And we still end up in the podium, who knows at this rate. Matty seems to have a scruffy first sector on those softs. The amount of traction he gets compared to us. We've made the gamble, will it pay off? Matty's a lot closer now. And Michelando's closing in as well in the Ferrari. He had a lifeline after spinning with that safety car. And my team from Enstone also say that Michelando's another driver who's currently under investigation for causing collision earlier in the race. The stewards will review it later. We're going to force Matty to go around the outside. Oh, look at the grip he's got in that Mercedes.
Keep on him, you might make a mistake.
Nothing we can do about that.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
And so now we've got 2 laps to defend, I think, and to make sure we don't lose a position to Pedro. No confidence in the car.
Okay,
No ERS at this point either, there's a yellow flag somewhere.
right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
We're going to really struggle to defend this. We're guaranteed P5. Here comes Michelando. Ooh! May have cut across him slightly there. May have been quite harsh in my defending. Bit of Michael Schumacher there, but I think this will be where Michelando does get us now. We're out of VRS. Completely defenceless. There he goes at the inside. No need to fight it too hard. Try and use a wider line to get more traction on exit, but his tyres are just so much better at this rate.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Being large in his mirrors in case he makes a mistake at this point, but it doesn't look likely. Michelando here absolutely flying, and I wonder if he didn't have a 3-second penalty, he'd probably fancy a go at Matty at this rate. Matty may still get P2, I'm not sure what Theon's penalty situation's like at the moment. Aaron Evans the clear victor for his first win. So we're going to come home P5 on track. Look how much Michelando did catch up to Matty. Definitely had more pace than us throughout this weekend. As Aaron takes his first career victory in the Red Bull. Congratulations to the man from Wales. Our tyre gamble didn't pay off in the end, I don't think. We finished P5, however, the stewards later decided there were 5-second penalties for Matty and for Michelando. So we finished P3 after the end of all that. Matty P4, Michelando P5, and we do still lead the championship.